Going to read out the latest line that's coming through to me as we speak. Sources say that Javid was in the running for Home Secretary after a massive row between Suella Braverman and the Prime Minister last night about relaxing visas. But apparently that is not happening, and Grant Shapps is now most likely to be our new Home Secretary. That is coming from Harry Cole, who's political editor of The Sun. I am joined now by our very own political correspondent, Olivia Utley. Olivia, thank you very much. What's going on?
Well, it's not yet entirely clear exactly what's happened, but what it looks like is, obviously, we've got Jeremy Hunt now in number 11, very powerful. He is from a very different faction of the party to Suella Braverman. And it sounds as though Hunt has been putting pressure on the Prime Minister to get rid of Suella Braverman. The reason that number 10's giving at the moment is it's some sort of security issue. There's nothing further on that yet, but that's the line that they're saying.
That's interesting.
Obviously, this makes things incredibly difficult politically for Liz Truss, because she had very, very few backers among MPs herself. In the first round, she got 51 votes, I think it was, and Suella Braverman was much more popular among the Tory right. The Tory right are now beginning to say that, speaking to MPs who are saying that Braverman's been stitched up by Truss, and this makes Liz Truss's position extremely precarious. The idea that Suella Braverman and Jeremy Hunt could survive in a cabinet together always seemed a little bit fanciful. And that's come to pass earlier, I think, than anyone really thought.
No, look, absolutely. Again, look, if you're just joining us, as you can see at the bottom of your screen there, if you're watching us on television, which is that the Home Secretary is out. Suella Braverman has apparently departed as Home Secretary. We are waiting for exact clarification as to exactly why that was. But a lot of Tory members now, no doubt, will be scratching their heads and thinking, goodness gracious me, what's going on with my party? Because, OK, members voted for Truss, but it was a choice between her and Sunak, not necessarily the most popular candidates amongst Tory members. Within a matter of weeks now, then Jeremy Hunt, who, let's be honest, is not massively popular again with Tory members, is our new Chancellor. And now Suella Braverman, who was popular and talked a tough game on illegal immigration, which is, a very Tory thing to do, has apparently been booted out already. I mean, Tory members now, but surely will be wanting some kind of general election or wondering who's in charge.
I think Tory members are going to be furious. I remember in the early stages of the leadership campaign, of course, Suella Braverman herself was running, and I spoke to a lot of Tory members who very much liked her, very much liked Kemi Badenoch. When they were knocked out, they reluctantly moved their support to Liz Truss because they felt like she was almost the lesser of two evils against Rishi Sunak, who's obviously far more on the left of the party. So Suella gone, I mean, fundamentally undermines that link between the Conservative Parliamentary Party and the Conservative Party at home. And I think it could be perhaps fatally damaging to Truss.
Well, it's looking pretty awful. And I think it would be leaving a lot of people wondering how long before Rishi Sunak's just imposed on people.
Or Jeremy Hunt, who got 15% of the...
It is shocking. I'm just reading out again here now. This is just coming through to us as I'm live here. There was another letter of no confidence that's gone in from William Ragg. One would expect now, of course, that potentially more will go in because Suella Braverman is out. Turbulence is a bit of an understatement, and it does appear as though, people are now calling for Truss to resign because it does appear that she just is not particularly in charge at the minute.
I think the other issue is that obviously the Red Wall, which is what won the Conservatives the 2019 election, Boris Johnson was very, very popular in the Red Wall. There were all sorts of Conservative MPs in the 2019 intake who the Conservative Party never thought would be MPs because they were in seats which no one ever thought could possibly be Conservative seats. And Boris Johnson, we saw all those videos of him over the campaign, just wooing those Red Wall seats. Suella Braverman is popular in those seats. She stands for this, low immigration, British jobs for British people sort of mantra, which is very popular up there. Liz Truss never went down well in the Red Wall. And now, you've got... Suella had the support of people like Miriam Cates, those influential 2019ers.
Olivia, could you do me a favour